Hello and welcome to the Fortitude Podcast. It is season 2, episode who knows anymore because
it's been 2 weeks.
We've taken 2 weeks off. Sorry. Okay, I mean, I can. That's what they have.
No, I was just saying.
No. So the issue is crowd. Obviously, the viewers will see we only have one mic. Spotify, Apple, you lot. We are sorry if the audio sounds a bit dodge.
Sorry, we're sorry.
Oh
my god!
Kay just put a soaring malt loaf to the camera.
Oh my goodness!
And Jay made what did you do earlier on, Jay?
I made a little pun about the sorry and said, "Oh, I'm sorry," and chucked it as into apologising the word sorry, like it's a little pun. And you've just done it.
And we had a whole scene about it, me and you threw some
into
things
more puns.
And Kay comes in with the singular pun.
As soon as it's for the world, as soon as the camera's out, the mic is out.
I was just trying to raise the world.
Oh, that's what I said! That's what I said!
He took your raisins.
Twice!
The malt loaf has raisins.
I bet it's a magical night as well, isn't it? Yeah, because on that video, I'm just a gimmick. I
want to talk about that. We haven't talked about that.
What are you gimmick?
I'm a blunder. A blubbery blunder.
I really like that I don't have a mic to speak into. This makes
you said I don't have one too. I'm leaning.
Come on. So, this is going to be the first one in 2 weeks. And on the agenda...
You tell us it's been a while because you're all so desperate.
On the transgender today...
Hey, I missed that sentence.
The trans agenda. We have... I mean, I haven't done my intros yet, but I'm going to say the agenda anyway.
Yeah.
We have the weekly recap, or the fortnightly recap. Recap.
We can hardly remember what happens in a week.
Say it with your chest.
Oh God! Do you know what? You could literally you have to take 2 weeks off, and I am completely out of the loop.
You got this, bro.
Yeah,
there's so much pressure. It's just like everything's a lot of pressure at the moment.
No,
my life is falling apart.
How was your week? Weekly recap.
No.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was trying to
on the topic today, what do you want to talk about? Is there anything that's coming to mind?
I want to talk about Game of Thrones because we haven't had that chat yet.
We were going to talk about.
I want to talk about Theresa May and what does that mean for the future of English politics.
Who knows? I don't.
And I want to talk about loyalty.
Yeah. Why did you look at
that
Jay when you said
from
that?
What? Because of that married woman last night on screenshot.
Loyalty and a chance to show everyone.
Well, fuck it. That'll be the potty
all the
then.
Women who talk to you. I don't get anyone ever try and cheat on their husband with me. Wives. Here.
To my left and my beautiful left,
Jason Watson.
and to my right and my golden fits like a glove, right?
Fits like a glove. It's Kamal.
And me, Frankie Lars. Jay, what's your Instagram?
Instagram is a rustic soul.
Okay, what's your Instagram?
Life of Kamal.
And me, the real Frankie Lars. And Frank the Fifth, because I kind of want people to jump on that one. But anyway,
you're Frank the Fifth.
I'm just going to change that one back to the real Frankie Lars. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm going to have 2 the real Frankie Lars. You can't get away from
Which one's the real Frankie Lars?
The irony. The irony of it.
I like it. Both fake.
Yeah. You just called me... You just said I'm fake.
Yeah.
Jay, what you been up to? I mean, other than being snubbed for an Oscar in Luke's video.
Yeah, well, that was obviously one of the main things that happened.
I'm surprised he added you in it, though, actually.
I am surprised, which was very kind of him to add me in it. But in the grand scheme of things, if you think about it, I get added into the full part, like the bits where it went wrong. I mean, the outtakes. Oh, these are where it went wrong. Jason went wrong.
Well, no, you were in the main part too.
I'm a blunder. I'm a blunder.
You did the speed thing in the speed dating.
I appreciate it, and it's cute that you're trying to give me some bits there.
Yeah, some bits.
That's very kind of you. But yeah, I mean, I span around, and then I choked. I blundered. Kate came up with a really nice, whimsical, magical ending.
Original too.
Yeah, I wasn't actually invited. I wasn't invited to the ending, by the way. Might add, podcast listeners and viewers. I happened to watch and capture and see Kamal and the videographer Luke heading outside, and I happened to be like, oh, better jump out there in case they're doing something filmy. Jump out there, and what were they doing? Something filmy. You're not going to tell me.
So it was actually, because we talked about that, I think 2 weeks ago.
So I wasn't meant
and
to.
now this is the actual video being talked about.
Yeah.
It's actually live. It was a good video, though.
That's a great video,
live,
yeah.
and it looked really good for Kane's business and his gym, and it looked really nice. And the event looked great, and it was well done, man.
Thanks, man.
It's an honour to be an employee here at
Fortune Fitness.
Yeah.
They said Fortune Fitness the other day. Somebody said it to us.
Max, I think.
Edwin.
Yes, he said Fortune, unironically.
Yeah, me and Jason went to get some burritos before seeing Louise at the hospital, and then Edwin sat down with us, and he said, "Oh man, I was Fortune Fitness going."
Did he do it as a joke?
No, he genuinely said it.
Didn't even know after all that time.
Yep. It was tragic, very tragic. So and that was one thing that's happened. I mean, last weekend I done the mountain climbing.
Oh, that's sick.
That was fun. We haven't spoken about that, but that was really good. I won't go on too long about it. It was difficult. My quads hurt a lot. I got cramp. It was hard.
What was your biggest takeaway? Was there like a spiritual moment?
No, it wasn't really a spiritual kind of thing. Like, it was nice to be out there and enjoy it, but like, the fact is, because everyone wants it to be like did you find yourself in the mountains? It makes it really lame, like cheesy. I mean, it was really fun just to be out there and outside.
Was it just you and Jack?
Just me and Jack. It's good.
Just any insects or animals?
I saw some sheep. They were cute. They were near us.
Did you get tempted?
I tried to have a mount, but the little bugger kept slipping away from me. So I went to the little one instead, the lamb.
You gotta go for the young.
Yeah, the lamb was just screeching away. Good times. Good times. I love animals.
At least we now know why you love animals.
That was good. I went for more of the rock climbing route as well, instead of always walking.
Try to show off.
Yeah, to try and show off and show my prowess. I went for the vertical climbs sometimes.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely fantastic. It's more because my quads were getting like shot to bits on the continuous uphill gradient that I actually needed sometimes to take a break from the continuous contraction there. And by doing the rock climbing bit, I was using more of my... No one could hear me anyway. I was trying to sip a bit of H2O. And on that, I guess, Kay, what have you been up to this week?
When did you finish your story? It was going so well.
I think consistently on my update for the last few episodes, mid-update, something's been done that's had to cut me off, and I've just passed it on to... So, Kay, what have you been up to,
I just drank water. I was drinking water.
What have you been up to, man?
Can a nigga drink?
Izzy, comment below if Kay is black enough to say the word negro.
Wow.
Is that, am I not?
No, you said everyone's going to call you
racist.
What
the,
Frank,
come on.
Say the N-word like that.
Quick question. Saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Is it acceptable in any context for a white man to say the N-word?
If they're saying you can't say the N-word.
If I was reading a book, let's just say my YouTube channel was reading pages of books, and the N-word was in it. Am I allowed to say it, or is it now racist for me to? Because I'm not. It's in the book.
It's not illegal. So, and you have the.
And I wasn't using it in a racist term.
Yeah, if you're not using it in a derogative way at someone, and you're not actively trying to, then I don't.
You don't have a whip out and like slam them.
Yeah, if you're not like telling them to get out or something at the same time.
You fucking.
You go and pick that up.
I think you're okay. But I mean, genuinely, I think it's like don't just go around spurting it out like it's a regular word. But as long as you're not using it in.
We're going to see Frankie's next YouTube video is just history of slavery.
We're going to go viral for being racist.
We are.
If you don't agree with using the N-word, comment below why.
Yeah.
Maybe you are one.
Maybe you are.
Oh my god! Frankie, I held back so much to not say anything inappropriate. You just went, maybe you are one.
Is that racist?
If what we've just been talking to is a word we can't say.
Maybe you're black. Now you're making it sound like there's a sacred.
Yeah.
Have you experienced it before? Maybe.
Oh well, apologies for being so. Insensitive would be
incest. Yep.
Gotta
love it.
Hearing what you want to hear. Selective hearing. At least we're back with a band.
If you're interested in, cousins and stuff.
Cousin, wife, same thing. That's Paul Chowdhury was saying.
Exactly.
YouTube. Yes, Paul Chowdhury YouTube comedy. Funny.
Paul Chowdhury?
Yep.
Who's that?
Funny Indian comedian. Indian comedian.
Paul. His name's Paul.
Paul. Yeah. It's probably like Vinesh or something.
Paul Vinesh.
I don't know. Oh, that's racist.
You think
was that racist? Because Indians haven't been through the whole slavery thing. It's a lot more acceptable to do like
I don't think any sort of racist racism
it's not
is acceptable.
They haven't been through like the slavery thing, but they've been through the continuous like terrorist name calling. That's what they get.
Yeah, that's not odd.
I mean, Indians and terrorists are very, very different.
Did you say Indians are?
Yeah,
Indians and terrorists are very, very different, aren't they? Yeah.
Maybe we should know.
I think they are very different.
I can't imagine
stop people from being nasty.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I love Indian. We're discussing Indian accents with someone the other day, and how cool it is that if you put an Indian person in a really intense situation and just let them talk, it will just take all the intenseness out of the way with their Indian accent.
She's saying their Indian accent is such a joke.
It's hilarious,
because they're hilarious. They take away the seriousness of the situation. Everyone's just laughing at them instead. I agree.
Yeah.
And that's how we get banned.
Yeah.
I think YouTube's smart enough to understand the words and it can hear you say the words and it can ban you for it and stuff.
5 out of 5 stars, said Joe Rogan.
I like it. It's okay. What have you been up to this week?
So we've been really on. I've sent over 100 emails for brand collaborations. Just going through all the Instagram pages and just sending them like a drafted up email. So if you're a brand and you receive a drafted up email, I'm sorry that it was drafted. But yeah, that's going really well. Got quite a few deals from there. Paid deals. That's about it, really.
How much you made? As far as collectively so far, is there a goal or are you just doing it for the sake of it?
Are you including the value of all the items? Or
Yeah. Okay, why not? I'll fire some big numbers your way.
Well, with the value of items, it's come close to 1,000 now.
Nice.
With theory.
I would have thought. I would have said more.
That's in the last 2 weeks. Yeah,
In
the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What? What have you been given? Nearly a new car.
There's a theory gun is 550 quid, which is that massage gun thing.
Oh, you got one? They just give it.
Sending it over, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I'm the one with the bad bag.
Well, I think Kay can help you.
Hey. Cheers, Kay.
Sorry, brother. Gotcha. So yeah, that's going really well. Hopefully that will keep growing.
Nice.
Like a dragon.
It just doesn't end for you.
How much you got? To be honest, you got sent the ham wrap, so that's worth
20 quid.
That's pretty safe though.
I mean, I haven't been as like on it. Like Kay sent, like you said, loads, and I said 10. Lazy.
So
a lot of average, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you wanting that to be your source of income then, like a job? You're treating that money.
I think it's just a side hustle, and it will obviously help increase the Instagram account. It's just a fun thing to do.
For a side hustle, how much of your time would you say you're dedicating to it? Are you noticing the time constraints?
I just use it when I'm on the toilet or at the barbers, just because it's really easy to copy and paste, and the interactions are on the phone anyway.
I think as a filler at the moment, whilst we're waiting on the council and things, it's quite a good little. It'll probably slow down when, if we get a new location or we get a second location, we'll probably then slow down.
Yeah,
it's a balance of as well. I'm not watching it anywhere. Well, I don't really watch movies that often anyway, but I don't really watch stuff, and I do that instead. So that's my thing, I guess. Yeah. What else we got going on? Might got loads of a backlog of I think 8 people now for online coaching for Instagram.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Have you?
Nice.
Shit, that's awesome.
They're all waiting for a platform to be built. So I'm thinking I might go to. So Isaac has a coach that I forgot his name. It's in LAH Fitness or something, and he's doing a 10-week shred. So I think I'm gonna buy it, copy his layout, and then just do it better, and then use that as the platform.
So there you go. If you heard this, being smucked,
you can have my knowledge and some of Isaac's coach knowledge put together into one beautiful.
But Isaac's coach won't gain anything from this.
Yeah, apart from this exposure, from millions of.
You'll gain your money for buying.
Yeah, he's getting quite a bit.
Right, doggy dog world.
Yeah.
So you taking the format? You're actually taking the info?
No, not the info, just the format. Yeah, I guess it's going to be like an Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Just something to base it off because I've never done online coaching before. So.
Cool. I think I struggle with online coaching because they've got really no reason to follow it, have they? I mean, I know they pay for it. It's so much easier face to face because you can show at them when you're fucking not doing your.
It takes a certain type of person, doesn't it?
But I think they like the check-ins and just the accountability of having someone asking them, "Have you done it this week? Are you doing it? Send me this. I want to see how you're looking now compared to the last 10 weeks." And
I'm thinking it might. It will take ages, but it might be cool to release like an ebook, probably through Fortitude, because then that will be better branding, wouldn't it? So you guys can buy an ebook. Then that way we don't have to spend any time on doing check-ins with people.
Ebook.
Ebooks.
Ebook. I can't really remember.
What's the matter? What's going on here?
I swear I said ebooks as a way of monetizing the YouTube channel at some point a couple of weeks ago.
I'm pretty sure Zoe does.
No. Oh, the disc. Can you remember? Because I said
You
it.
did say about ebooks to monetize the YouTube channel.
Yeah, you did say that.
But like in Kay's defense, we've discussed ebooks in the past as well.
Oh, come on, man. Why wouldn't you just let me have this?
No, and we already have technically 2 smaller training-based ebooks available on the website.
Yeah.
Why don't you just sell them?
We do, but no.
You do sell them?
We give them away now.
Oh.
We sold them at first, but now they've been out for a while, so they're now freebies.
Yeah. So if you want a freebie, go on fortitude.co/free.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now they're not going to pay for the future ebook.
Yeah, but this is only like a workout book. It's not like paragraphs of knowledge or anything like that. It's just
if they're getting that stuff for free, imagine what we'll give you.
Who gets front cover of the ebook?
Kay.
Hey.
No, it's just a JPEG of some sort.
JPEG of one of his many photos. All right.
So there we go. Frankie, what have you been up to, my man?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a fucking hard time, lads. I tell you. I'll tell
us
you
what's
that.
up, bro.
And just quench my thirst before I unravel. Haven't really been doing a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, Louise has been having it's not a regular thing. She's not been regularly having surgery. She had surgery once.
Yeah.
You know, had a big surgery. I'm not gonna say what it is. I don't know if she wants me to, even though it's all on Instagram, I think. But anyway, she's had a surgery, so she's obviously out of action now for.
It's like 3 months, is it?
I mean, 3 months for full recovery.
Yeah.
I mean, she's walking around now. To be honest, it's just you can't do a lot. You're not supposed to lift anything or whatever. But she's moving. She's not like out of it.
Yeah.
But I've been looking after her. But now like all my duties have gone up, and it's been very stressful.
Oh,
so my motivation is at an all-time low. For a Frankie standard, that's quite.
That must be pretty low.
Pretty low. Because like it was hard enough looking after the dogs, just like anyway. But looking after the dogs, like cooking food and shit. I mean, I never really do that. That's how lazy I am.
You do more for the kids now as well.
Yeah, more for the kiddies. I feel like I'm doing all the boot camps, and it's just weird, like little things like that. Completely suck you dry.
Also show you how impressive it is for those people who have managed to become so successful with a family, like a single parent or something like that. Shows what the things they have to balance as well as then. And when we say, "Oh, there's always time," and how annoying people get annoyed when you say, "There's always time." There's 24 hours in your day. There's always time to hit the gym. There's always time to do this. You can now reason with people. Be like, I understand. Actually, time is difficult and
really drains you.
Always time.
And that's the thing, I'm not even doing that much, but I think when you compare things, compared to what I was doing, I am doing a lot more.
I also think sometimes it's like, it's not being able to actually get your head in the game. Like if you know, for example, you've got like a 6-hour stint ahead of you of doing some work, doing some bits, then you're like, 6 hours is loads of time, I can really get into it. If you've got like an hour or 2 hours to do some bits, before your next task,
100%.
It takes about half an hour to 40 minutes to get into like a decent flow. You don't just sit down, get on your laptop, and instantly start doing stuff.
Imagine that. Unless
I wish you could.
Well, you can if you take Brainbridge.
Oh my god! Solo venture plug.
This is no longer the Fortitude channel.
It's literally just Kay selling his ebooks and Brainbridge.
It's Kay's gym. It's Kay's videos. It's Kay's podcast.
He's thrown his Pringles.
I've never been so pushed out of this duo.
Oh, Kayla. So I suppose we can talk Kayla soon.
There's so many things I was meant to put on the K-list, but I just haven't put them on there.
Who not?
We're going to download a downloadable ebook, aren't we, of K-list? A downloadable PDF. I can't talk this morning. I haven't really said.
Well, a PDF of K things.
Yeah.
You'd love that.
As in like a downloadable spreadsheet where you can put your own what happened and
No,
solution.
you want your own 200 George R.R. Martin book,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones guy.
Yeah. And
With just pictures of Kay and things
you want
he
the
can do to you.
You want the K-less on T-shirt.
We can have a calendar.
You really want a calendar. I mean, do you
Great
actually
name.
care about the other people in Fortitude Fitness?
I don't care about myself that much. No, genuinely, I don't.
You care enough to stop me talking about my week.
Yeah,
Oh,
now
yeah.
we've gone
Yeah.
from Frankie's week
That's
to the K's merchandise.
So,
That's all right. Guess what I got up to today, though? Because I forgot about. I've just been looking after Louise. I went to a car boot.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
We were going to go to that, but you invite us.
I mean,
My
so
favourite.
Jay was too. I was with you. You're the only reason I went because you phoned because I got you woke me up. So I was with you. I was like, I'm not going. It's too early. But I got up at 6:30 in the end. And if you've watched Gary V, any Gary V fans out there, what's it called? A Trash Talk. Is that what it's called?
Trash talk.
So he's got a little program thingy called Trash Talk where he goes to car booths or he goes to garage sales in America, and that's weird, isn't it?
They
Imagine
do.
people coming around your house and buying shit.
And garden sales.
Yeah.
Big.
So anyway, you go to their house,
Cheaper,
buy
yeah.
shit, buy something for the cheaps, and flip it, sell it more expensive.
Yeah.
So now this is where I thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was. So I went there, and the very first table I went to was Hot Wheels cars, and I saw Gary buy like a box of Hot Wheels and sell it for like nearly on $1,000, and I was like, I'm in here.
The annoying thing is, he's got so much knowledge as to what he's buying as well. He's
Yeah.
like, that's limited edition. He's got no idea.
You've got to
haven't
know, haven't you?
And
Yeah.
the thing is, like, so I kind of bought them all.
How much did you spend on them?
So I went in all cocksure.
Were they like 10p and 5p? Or what?
Did you negotiate?
I did. I really
Yeah.
bought. Well, he
Yeah.
bought it himself. So it was 27 bags. Yeah, for,
27 bags of Hot Wheels.
Of Hot Wheels
You
with-
must have some in there.
with 4 to 5 Hot Wheels in each one.
Oh.
So I've got over 120 now of Hot Wheels cars, or I thought they were Hot Wheels,
No.
because they were obviously in a bag, like a blue bag. I just assumed they were Hot Wheel cars, and some of them are, some of them aren't. And they're all messy, and I didn't realize how used they were.
Used things can still sell.
Yeah.
There's in something I don't know much about. There's a certain object that even like the used version of it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I'm not even talking about the other
Gaming.
one. I'm talking about gaming, but I'm not even talking about. There's many layers to the things I do, and there's this one item that can be sold for like up to £2,000, even though it's heavily used.
Really?
I've seen it recently in a group.
Well, maybe
So,
then. But bloody,
What group was it?
I don't want
is
to
it
tell
called
you.
Doomcraft 5000?
I recently sold an item for like 60 quid.
Did you?
Yeah.
Shit.
Of this collective value.
Anyway, so Gary V buys a box of cars, sells it on, but then I forget that he has a whole team, and it looks so fucking easy on the video.
You do
So-
forget, yeah.
So I've gone there, I've gone to this table, and I've looked at these cars, and then I was like, what can I see through the bag? And then I was like, pretend I was on the phone, typed into eBay how much the cars were. Bear in mind, obviously, there's about 120, and I saw one for £3, even on the first look, and I was like, I'm buying them all, because if I could sell all of them for £3, I'm making a profit.
Yeah.
So I've gone up to him. I've said £1 for each bag, 27 bags we count. I went, how much do you give me? How much do I give you?
€2.
for the whole
I
lot.
was there for that.
And he counted 27, and he went 20, and then I was about to say yes. He went 15. He barred himself. So he went 20, and then I was now about to go 15 for you. I was like, why did you bar? I was like, all right then.
These people will just get rid of junk them. Some of them, might they?
Some of them are fully aware of how much things cost. I think
Yeah.
because some people go there knowing that eBay exists and they've had a look at eBay.
Yeah.
But this lad didn't have a clue. So I bloody got it. Went in the car quickly with all my bags and my head quite heavy. And I just realised the gravity of how hard it is to sell an individual car on eBay. Because then you'd have to take pictures of the car.
Yeah.
Like
Are they all
127.
packaged though?
No, none of them are packaged.
Oh, fucking hell.
So they're all just like solo.
So no barcodes, which will make it. Yeah.
So
there's no way
it says
of
on the
doing it.
bottom what the car is and what type it is, which helps a little bit.
Maybe some collectors in like, depending on if you get some that are so rare, museums of sorts.
But I've realised how to make this whole thing a lot easier. Because when I looked on eBay, I looked at what people were selling them for not what people actually were bidding for.
Oh.
So when I then looked at all these cars, I kept seeing £3, £4, but then I was looking all the way through zero bid, and I'm like, oh, fucking.
No one's actually bidding on it.
What a dick. A stupid rookie error. But at least I know it was only 15 quid.
You might still be able to salvage the situation.
I might be able to sell them all for like
have you listened to
25, 30 quid. No, I haven't done it too long. I haven't done it yet.
Shop. I mean, there's more than just eBay out there. There's other forms.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
finance.
Go on a car boot sell back.
Sell it back and more. Yeah,
sell it back to him.
Actually, do it £1 a bag and make.
I was thinking what would be good though is to have each other there. One person sit in the car, or one person go out and relay back, and the person in the car sits and looks on the eBays and so on, because they do watch you, and when they're very aware when you're on your phone typing stuff. Yeah. So they're like, is he looking for a deal? Or like, is he looking how much it is? And then they might not barter with you.
Oh, okay.
Because they're like, oh, maybe it is worth more than maybe he's letting on type thing. So I think having a team would be really helpful, and you can make some killer money. Because then they're every Sunday in this place, but I mean, there's car boots everywhere.
We'll go to some of the big ones.
There's probably some in Ipswich somewhere. I just
Should we go on Sunday?
Do you want to look for like card collectors are really good? Like,
I got a bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a big one. We met a girl last night, Filipino girl, and she was saying there's a massive car boot somewhere in Ipswich.
Oh,
there is loads dotted about.
Doesn't Suffolk Showground sometimes hold car boot sales because it's a big ground?
I can imagine they do something.
But I think we could make a good bit of money if we took turns, and then
if you guys have anything car booty, let us know. Or if you know any car boot sale places,
I'll let you know in future episodes if I sell the Hot Wheels and other cars of general.
I really want to know if you sell the Hot Wheels.
I'll be interested. 15 quid. There's 100 odd cars. Like some of them, surely.
Imagine if one of them was really collectible and it was worth like £1,000, but you sold it for like £3.
Because I'm just as thick as the cunt I bought them off.
Yeah, and if you don't, you might as well go a bit more extensive with your attempts to sell it.
Yeah,
look around a bit more.
I'll have a look. I mean, I'm already a bit overwhelmed by it. So I might have to start a bit smaller because I've gone into the deep end.
Put it on Ipswich for sales or wanted.
I mean, yeah, worst comes to worst, I'm making my 15 quid back.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It's going to be worth knowing what you're looking for. Like, if it's something if you've got a set game plan of things that you think you could buy and sell, look to see if you can, like.
What do I know? Plush toys are always a good thing to go for from Gary, because you can. You always buy them for 30, 25 quid. Yeah. And then people normally sell teddies for like £1.
You can buy these storage units as well. Did you know that?
Oh, like on Storage Hunters.
Yeah, so you can, because people don't want to pay the rent that they've been. So you buy the storage unit and you just sell whatever it has.
That's pretty cool. Storage Hunters. Have you seen Storage Hunters?
I have seen, yeah.
I love it.
There's a YouTube channel of the guy that does that a lot. There's a really interesting YouTube video of the same guy who's
Sure, all right. Kay, you can go into your story in a second. Kay, what are you talking about? You watch someone on YouTube.
What was it?
Storage.
Oh, so there's the same guy on YouTube who does this £1 challenge. So he starts off with £1 and he has 1 week to generate 1,000. So what would you?
Who is it called?
I forgot his name. There's lots of people doing it now as well.
I've seen one of that guy goes to Dubai and tries to survive.
Yeah.
For nothing to begin with.
So he literally starts off with £1, goes to the nearest charity shop, buys something for £1. Or
just snowball.
Snowball.
Well, I don't think I'd be able to do it personally, because I have had a lot of money come into my bank of inheritance, and I no longer have that money. So surely if I had...
I can't believe.
Yeah, fuck that right up. Yeah. You live and you learn. Yeah. You know, sometimes you don't live through it though. Sometimes it gets you and you're homeless.
You just have to sit there and regret it.
Yeah. That's why I got these scars on my. That's not funny. That's not funny.
Well, I can't believe you said
the
N word.
I didn't say the N. Did I?
It's not funny, but it is comical.
It is comical.
Do you find humour in anything? Because I personally do. I've been watching a lot of channels. Do you know they've been doing like tier lists? It's like an app or some shit. And you they rank it. So this bloke ranked apology videos from all the famous YouTubers, and some of the things these YouTubers apologise for. I think one apologised for making a joke about like similar to how we are. It doesn't matter what the joke is, but similar to how we talk. Imagine if we ever get to a level where we have some fame, or
it's never gonna happen.
Not for us.
How he says we, and he's like, no, we, I.
Disrespect.
Imagine if I get to a level where I'm really famous.
I mean, all right then, maybe not famous like fucking Tom Cruise,
might
but people, 1,000 people know your faces. Regardless, they could sift through some of the shit we've said in the past, and we'd get totally fucked.
Speaking of selling things, that there from this guy here, that's something I just sold.
Elaborate, Jay.
I can't go too deep, but we mentioned
Selling dudes.
That's why I said, if you know what you're looking for, like if you know there's something like when I said cards, it's like Pokemon cards and things like that.
Yeah.
You can find some where people just who don't know the value of those will have them at these places. You can buy like a folder full of Pokemon cards for like £10 or something. Some of them will be worth loads.
True.
So things like that are worth looking for, and there's loads of like websites and stocks for it. Pretty much a stock market where the card actually goes up and down in value on a daily basis, depending on how they're buying and selling.
How interesting!
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Nothing's just simple. I don't want to do resale. I just want to buy it and sell it for more.
You can buy 1,000 items from China and then sell them.
Yeah, that's the other option.
Yeah,
we try to do that with our shirts.
People do refurb. They're not. They're better quality than that, by the way.
Yeah, I don't want them anyway.
When it's the next England game is on, buy 1,000 England flags.
Stand outside the stadium.
That's a good shout, though.
People do that. They love it. They do that.
That'll be £2
for
a flag, please.
Yeah.
And scarves. So if you go on the way to like Wembley Stadium or something, like there's just every single street on the way there has like cars and everything set up with people selling scarves and shit.
When this was like probably 8 or 9 years ago, we went to watch Azerbaijan play Wales. We lost 1-0 to Wales, and there was loads of people selling flags and stuff, and I asked them about it. I think he made like I don't know, like 30 grand or something over that.
It's crazy
time period.
Crazy.
Of all the matches that he was, crazy.
I also like the people outside these stadiums who turn their front gardens into like mini kind of like restaurants or kebab shops. If you walk towards Twickenham Stadium, there's a lot of streets around there, and as you get there, everyone's got like their front window open and like, banners, and they're selling like hog roasts and shit from their front. From
Peter
garden.
Griffin from.
Clever.
Have you seen the latest episode of Family Guy?
No, I haven't seen it for a while.
I'm gonna send you guys the link. This is very short.
Frankie's going to have to put the...
I can't.
It's really funny. It's a bit where Peter Schmidt and Peter are together, and he says, "Call me Griff." People call me Griff. Literally nobody calls you that.
Fuck's sake.
What is that from? That's from something.
That's a classic joke.
Not only Family Guy.
It's like Spinning Friends when you have the Chan Man, or the Rossitron, and everyone's like, "No, is that back?" Because no one ever calls him.
Oh yeah.
It was it Joey and the Chan Man or something like that.
Chin.
I don't know.
Sounds like
Case's like
spasm.
No, when he was gonna go for a date with Rachel's. Chandler was gonna go for a date. Checking out the Chin Chin Man. That's it. Checking out the Chin Chin Man.
The Chin Chin Man.
Yeah. When
I can't remember.
When Chandler went for a date, was going to go for a date with Rachel's boss. And she turned out to be a freak, and he didn't want to go with her after. Initially, his reaction was...
Maybe we should just review every episode of Friends.
Oh, I saw that reaction video. Should we do that?
Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Context, Kay, what is it?
So I was scrolling through Facebook, and I saw this video come up. It's basically 3 guys like us watching just random...
I'm smarter than those. So.
Yeah, you are, just watching random videos to react to. So I don't know, somebody getting kicked in the head, or an Asian girl applying makeup and then doing the transformation, because you know how different
those are weird. Those videos,
they are so strange.
We should do them.
We should do the
makeover.
Yeah, but that would be cool. Would you guys like to see it?
The issue I have, Kay, I always have an issue.
I've got a reference. Can I jump into?
Yeah, go.
I know someone who's done review style videos already.
With Danny.
Remember with Danny?
Oh yeah, D-Man.
You've been there and done that.
Yeah, been there, done that. Had to block my own video.
Yeah,
what?
The paedophile title.
Paedophile. Yeah. I forgot to unblock it, so it was all forever been blocked. So it's no longer. It's a good video. That.
It was a good video.
It was a great video.
But that was actually really fucking hard to edit. It was surprisingly hard to edit.
Is there a simple way? Because you obviously made it like really good.
Yeah.
Is there a way where you could just split screen reaction?
Well, you'd have the video Yeah, it'd be easier that way if you had it on the entire time. But because obviously I was chopping back and forth, you have to then match it up. It's just it's more boring and tedious. But whatever, no one cares about how the video's edited. Like, what a nerd. But no, I actually
just keep the video constantly running.
I only enjoy those types of videos. This is where I'm bigging myself up. If you put a bit of like effort into the jokes and so on. The only issue I have with those, because I've watched a few, scroll past, a lot of them there. No. Oh man!
It's very American.
Very fake.
I can't stand it.
I was going to say, if we do it, we need to watch
Legacy Fitness, boys.
Oh no!
Sorry.
That's all right, man. You win.
That's not game.
No, you win, man.
Do you know the thing is, you'd think, because the way you edit it as well, the actual situation of reacting to a video is more awkward and requires a lot more of a flow than you really think. Because me and Danny I think we look fairly comfortable and look like we were having a laugh. But bear in mind when you're just pressing play and sitting there watching a video and then having a talk.
It's quite a neutral reaction.
It is quite actually hard to make it flow.
I imagine it's hard to react to something when there's nothing to when it feels forced. That's my problem with it. It's
forced,
like being like, oh man,
if it was really shit,
I can't believe it. Oh, and all like fake laughs.
No!
Like, if we're gonna do it, we need to watch something genuinely like fucked up. Otherwise, I mean,
that's what's the only fucked up shit.
Yeah, like, we're not like timid lads. We're not tamed. Like,
if you guys have any
you've heard the intro
stuff that you really want to,
I'd rather do it. But then this is where we have contrast of what we like, because you said you'd rather, when I release those videos, you prefer my face to be in the corner. I remember you saying that you would rather me be on screen reacting to the video, but I've always preferred video so they can watch it and then it flicks back to me. And
I like it when it's both. So
you like it at the same time.
I also like them both.
Because then you get to choose when you look at what.
Yeah. I'm out.
Oh no!
Thank you. Come on, man. You can't just decide just because we don't want it that exact way.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing, because I don't like it.
Which one do you guys like?
You're meant to be the guy, man.
Well, I'm like that. Yeah, I'm the video guy, man. I gotta do a video I don't want to do.
You can't dictate when the audience is meant to find you funny.
But you were talking on behalf of the entire public now.
You are talking on behalf.
No, that's the thing.
No,
that's the thing.
I'm the fair one. I think we should go for the split screen.
That's what I said.
Oh, Jay, always backing up Kay. Never backs up little Frank.
I don't think that's true. I'm very.
Call me little Frank.
I dive from side to
You're
side.
Not little Frank.
Little.
It's gangster, not just.
No, I was ever actually implying we do it my way. I was saying there's an issue that we have different, and then you forced your. I never implied that I wanted it my way.
Kay blew up and was like, my way.
I would like a middle ground of some sorts, because I genuinely don't like Cody Co. Have you watched Cody Co?
Never watched it.
Does what I do, and it's hilarious. Whereas the ones on but then you're going to force it now.
No, I just want to. No, you guys keep talking. I just want to listen.
She's actually just texting people. I'll see you out in 20 minutes. This shit will be done soon.
Yeah, we're done with these bunders.
Yeah, but I prefer that. You prefer this, and that's how we always do. And I'm always the one who likes different.
Yeah, here's another thing. Like, you also
not it.
You never like what the majority like.
Yeah.
You always like what you.
How do you not know that 70% of public?
You've admitted it quite a few times where, like, because you've said you watch these videos of people who are like attacking a video that's got most of the world liking it. And you enjoy the videos about the people who are saying how terrible it is. That's a very.
I think that's more. People. No, I think that's more demographic.
No, I think it's more a group of people.
No. Only back my theory up.
Nah, I think it's.
See, they're just going to shout me out, so I can't even talk. Can't even defend myself because I'm being shouted at.
No, it's not a case of not being able to defend yourself. I'm one of those people now. Anyway, so we're going to do it split screen.
So you're also forcing. Well, I'm not doing it. I can film you two do it though.
Frank,
we're a trio, man. Come on, man.
No, I'm the camera guy. I'm Vince G, baby.
Vince G, baby. Vince G.
For those who don't know what Vince G is, Vince G was a cuck who filmed videos.
For Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Fucking Chris Jones, what a guy.
No.
No.
That's throwback humor.
Right, where have we got up to in the pod? We've been talking a long time.
Recaps. Yeah. We haven't really moved on from the recap.
Was that a topic? What
you want to talk to loyalty?
I thought, have we done a K list?
We wasn't. I couldn't remember anything.
Theresa May and loyalty.
I want to talk Theresa May, and we want to talk Game of Thrones as well.
Right, should we talk?
Something we can all enjoy.
Yeah. Let's talk Game of Thrones.
I'll give you my input as well, though.
And that we won't talk for long, and that could be a cut. That could be one of our cut videos.
It's very quick. It's going to be 5 minutes long. No, 1 minute long. It was terrible. And there we go. We can move forward now. Theresa May.
Jay.
Yeah.
When you watched the ending of Game of Thrones, how livid were you? Actually,
I was going to say more stripped down. Stripped down, bent over, hose in the bum, water coming out my mouth, ears, and my eyes. Weirdly enjoyed it, but also having a very terrible time.
You actually enjoyed it? You oddly enjoyed
That's
it?
why I said weirdly enjoyed it, because the whole hose thing I probably
okay.
But I did like it. Like, the idea of Bran being king both hurts me and makes sense, being the three-eyed raven. What I don't like is their inability to write a continuous kind of arc on someone who at one point was like, oh no, I'm not Bran Stark, I'm not Lord of Winterfell, I don't want things anymore, I don't have desires anymore, I can't do these things, I just exist as someone who is the memory of all human past. To all of a sudden have a wacky little one-liner of, what do you think I'm here then?
I planned this all alone.
Yeah, like, so how can you go from not wanting something to suddenly being okay and wanting something? You can hide it and say, oh no, it's part of his bigger plan, but it's still kind of lame to have, because the three-eyed raven's not meant to have these kind of wants and desires. Yeah. So you've kind of killed that. And also, he's become more human towards the end again. Like, the three-eyed raven's meant to be pretty, like, distant from the rest of humanity.
He's, like, smiling, he's cracking one-liners.
He's suddenly, like, a character again.
What the fuck was that for the last 3 seasons?
Yeah. And then that white horse, God knows what that meant in the end. Because that never really... The white horse that picked up... 5, just never done anything ever again.
Do you know what made me laugh? Arya already. So, she... Daenerys burns millions of... I think apparently in the books there's 1 million people who live in King's Landing. But obviously we go by the TV, so thousands and thousands of people.
Have you read the books as well?
Only the first one.
A few of them. Anyway, so 1,000 people die. Daenerys burns them alive. Arya goes next episode, Jon, that one's a murderer. I can sense it. Can you remember that? Before he travels... he travels...
Oh, yeah.
What?
You just take the piss about how I was going to react there.
Yeah. No, so Arya's standing there, Jon comes down, and then Arya has the fucking decency to say, I know one when I see one.
Oh, when you know, like, because Arya she's saying
I can see a bad egg. Yeah, she just burnt fucking millions of people, you cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just blatant writing, which is infuriating. But I don't see why Bran makes sense. As a king, I know that he's got all the visions and so on.
Yeah, it's just meant to be
and sees everything.
Passively have again. This is where it's mixed up because most kings and queens go wrong because their desire for too much power and to be the dominant king and queen. It's like that's where they go wrong. Obviously, he's not meant to have those wants, but then he did have that want to be a king. So like it's where they've messed up. They could have made it make more sense.
But everything they've shown us, so. My idea of what Bran is, he's a character who doesn't care for anyone. Because the people that, the girl that helped him out across the snowy shit and through the White Walls.
He's not meant to care about
He told her to fuck off, essentially. Yeah. So, right, now he's the king. Right, think of this. Think of this. He's got no empathy. So when someone comes in one day saying, oh, my small town...
he's not meant to have that care.
He'll be like, oh, please save me from this bad army. He's like, fuck off. They'll revolt. Eventually, you revolt against Bran because he doesn't care about people.
Yeah, unless all of a sudden he now does.
But who is he?
Which is what my problem was with all of a sudden he's got these things that he didn't have earlier on.
What do you think about Daenerys just biting the dust?
That Genki death was a little bit... I mean, like, I try and see the best. Like, there's meant to be poetic in the sense that, like, her dad died there, the Mad King died in that spot. She didn't actually get to sit on the throne. She touched it. She wasn't there. She'd always been dreaming of this moment. Like, it's very, like, you can see why they done it. But because they rushed everything, they done something that could have potentially been a really good scene and fucked it by making it to seem a little bit shit. The dragon burning the throne was kind of cool because, like, obviously the dragon knows that the throne's where everything goes wrong.
How does the dragon? Why? Okay, so
there's meant to be symbolic of the dragon knowing, and that's meant to be due to its like connection with the Targaryen line, isn't it?
But you say that, so again, from what the show has told us about a dragon, the dragon is the dragon isn't smart. It hasn't told us how smart a dragon is. So
history
by rights,
would dictate that dragons are always rather like intelligent mystical creatures. So I guess they're assuming you'd know that.
But just to... Alright, so you're assuming
that's
now.
The other problem with Game of Thrones this season is there's a lot of like you have to fill in your own gap. So
fucking tell me the story.
Explain why the dragon knows it. You just have to kind of. I think you have to. Most of what I'm saying is what I think they're trying to suggest, not what they actually were suggesting. So I thought they're trying to suggest that that's where the dragon is like burning down the throne. It's meant to be that a dragon forged it, so a dragon destroyed it. So there's all these little bits that could be cool, but everything in between doesn't make sense. And then like the scene after that, suddenly they're all standing around as a little group talking about what to do with Jon Snow. Grey Worm, you're telling me he wouldn't have just
decided to spare Jon
and like had a fight with Jon Snow if
Jon must have told on himself because the dragon took Daenerys away. Yeah, so Jon must have walked out and went, Grey Worm, I've killed your queen. Arrest me. Like, you'd have walked off. You would not have. But Jon's a moron. This series, he's a moron.
That he went from being like the coolest character, like when you look at him in the Battle of the Bastards,
so
and, like,
cool.
And he was going to be like the prince who was promised, the son of fire and ice. Like he got resurrected for his purpose, which he didn't really have one in the end. He went through all of this cool stuff.
Yeah.
To just be a side character whose only lines were "She's my queen" and to look confused every now and then. Like he looked more scared and timid most of that season. He didn't look.
Now, a lot of people out there actually like it, and you can like what you want to like. But at the end of the day, when you put all these things into place through series 1 to 4, well, 5 and 6 were getting a bit that way, and 7 and 8 were shit. But when you tell us the way a story is, and then decide to switch it on its head for shock value, there and then you're like, oh fuck. But when you think about it, it doesn't make sense. For example, killing the dragon in the episode they killed the dragon in for shock is ridiculous when you could have made more sense killing the dragon in the episode before, or killing the dragon to make Daenerys snap or something like that.
They didn't really use it very effectively, and the jump from her being like the fair, loving, best queen in the world to murdering thousands of people was very like all of a sudden. I know again they tried to build up with being like you're meant to assume that because her friend got her head chopped off, another dragon got killed and all this and all that, but that's them being lazy. That's them being like fill the gaps yourself. Or then they squeezed in the previously before bit. Like in the previous episodes, they squeezed in all the areas that would suggest she went wrong. But they tried to answer that whole big thing in a previous. Like,
you can't flip a character in one episode like that and just expect us to be happy with it. And the ones that are happy with it keep backing up and saying, oh, well, in season 1 she burnt these, in season 2 she burnt these people, in season 3 she burnt these people. She only burnt people that were mentally fucked up and who wronged her.
Yeah, the Slavers Bay and things like that. Like, of course you're going to kill those people. And like, she's
didn't she cry when and locked her dragons away when Drogon killed one child and the bloke brought in the bones?
Yeah, she did.
She cried and locked the dragons away to then without much build up to then kill
everyone,
little girls and little boys, and it's fucking stupid.
It was too much. Like it was too sudden.
Even though I think imagine season 8 White Walkers, the entire thing. Get rid of them. Season 9 Cersei.
Then season 8, the fall of
or like at the end of season 9, have Daenerys obviously be triggered and kill everyone, and then getting rid of for 10. But the directors, Star Wars guys,
they got the Star Wars gig and went lazy. I heard they got the budget, or there was like they could have done. They were allowed. Gone up to 10, but they nipped it in the bud because obviously they want to crack on with Star Wars now. Which Star Wars is already a ruined chain anyway, since they've tried again with Disney and so on.
Yeah, they're
Star Wars is already shit now.
But George R.R. Martin and HBO said, "Oh, can we do 10?" George R.R. Martin said he wanted 13. But the directors were like, apparently from day one in the first season they said 7. And then George tried to bump him up, and HBO tried to bump him up, and eventually they caved in for 8. But at the end of the day, it's kind of still 7 because 7 was cut short and 8 was cut short.
Yeah, so
it's kind of still 7.
It's like they were like, okay, we'll give him 8, we'll cut him down and like do the best they can to fuck it. Like these two people, the directors, are like they're playing a risky game because there's a large fan base to piss off of people to like screw over.
Have you seen the petition as well?
I have. I mean, I don't like that. It's stupid.
It's more, but I like it.
They're not going to do it because they've already spent millions. I understand they're trying to hold a showcase of like so everyone knows, but
it's more of a. I don't think kids, but kids shouldn't be watching the show anyway. I think most people will know full well the petition's more to be like, we don't like it, you twats, instead of change it, because I think everyone knows you can't change something like that. But from 1.5 million and more to sign it, people are pissed off, and I'm so pissed off, and I still haven't signed the thing. So there must be more people like me and you who haven't signed it.
Yeah, exactly. And what's the other bit? There was everything had no purpose in the end. Like all the like the directions it was going in, all just kind of went. But it's like they forgot. There's all these memes about saying, "Oh, well, we forgot about this bit. We forgot about that bit. Forgot about."
Danny kind of forgot about Euron's fleet.
They just forgot about everything. Like it was stupid and terrible.
Breaking Bad, best series,
best season
ever.
Nothing went wrong there. Best one ever.
That was the only show I've ever watched that got better and better and better and finished strong.
Didn't get shit.
Go watch Breaking Bad. Yeah. Could you ever watch Game of Thrones from one to the end again without?
No. I think for me now, I'm gonna go back to finish the book series, and when George R.R. Martin releases his final books, where he says the ending is going to be the ending we all want. Yeah. I'm going to read them because it's kind of ruined on something which has been in people's lives for like nearly 8 years. Well, about 8 years now.
Imagine, like watching season 1 and seeing all these things and be like, well, now I know what happens.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a bit disappointing when...
the disrespect. Kay wants us to shut up so much.
Yeah.
The hell, man?
You can't hear it.
Just wait. Please, Kay. Please.
Let me suck on it instead. We are coming to an end. It wasn't very good. There's lots of memes. I didn't like they sent him away. They sent like Jon Snow got banished to the north, or well, to not even the north, but banished to Castle Black, and then the Unsullied just left anyway. They didn't even know. They stuck around.
You can come back now.
There's another meme. Bran goes, "Lol, joke. They're gone now, John. You can stay with us. They're never going to find out."
The memes are hilarious.
The other one of what's his name? Who's the big ginger wildling called?
Chris Buxton.
Him and John are like having a selfie, and then
Tormund.
Yeah, then him and John are having a selfie, and underneath it's a picture of Grey Worm like frowning, like because he went beyond the wall.
Anyway,
the best bit is that he got to pat his.
Funny. That was apparently, unless I got tricked. Apparently, that was a cut out scene from series 4. Edited the wolf a bit. Exact shot for shot was the same scene. So they just cut that out and put it on the end of that one.
Because people were going mad. They didn't even pay.
I'll check that. I might be wrong, but I saw a picture of it. But people can edit pictures.
Makes sense.
Anyway, load of shit. If you liked it,
you're probably stupid.
He said it. He said it. Okay, you're on your phone that entire time.
Loads of fun.
I'm going to zoom in on me and Jay, and I think I'll have to cut you out of that. Imagine watching.
That's what you guys wanted all along.
Imagine watching it and just seeing someone not care. You should watch Game of Thrones. Do you know what? I do wish. I wish I hadn't watched it. I reckon I would have liked it more if I just watched it all the way through in like 2 weeks. Because then I wouldn't have that 8 years of build up.
The other thing was a 2-year gap. So like you waited 2 years for it to be Genki. We're back in
there. We just come right back in.
Moving forward, Kay wants to discuss loyalty.
Do you know when I asked Kay, please, could he not eat? He started eating before because I heard him. Yeah. I said it nicely, like, Kay, please. And he just could not let me.
Bro.
You could just not let me.
Because you're not the alpha.
Bro,
fully aware of that, Jay.
You are just the bait. I mean, I'm the bait.
Wow, stop throwing these things, man.
You said it.
I didn't say shit.
You meant it. You implied it with your actions.
So last night, this is probably the worst it's been for a while. But so I get a message from this. It's actually a web page called Guys Your GF1s, and the admin is a female. But anyway, she popped up saying, "You look amazing. Don't worry, I am female." I said, "Thank you for the compliment and the reassurance." And she said, "I'm ailing, by the way. I'm 32, married, Irish, teacher, eggs, blah, blah, blah."
Didn't even ask for that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I've replied back with a video of me, Lee, and...
Of course you did. As you did.
The guy that we're with. I can't remember his name. Anyway, so he was in it. And then she sent a picture of herself, which wasn't a naked photo, but it was enough. And then she said, "This is usually the part where you tell me what you think of me." And then
What a strange interaction already.
I know. And then she said, "Speak to me when you're alone. I'm going to get in trouble here with husband."
What a bitch.
I know. How horrible.
What horrible women.
Shouldn't talk to other men with husband. And I made it funny because she said with a husband.
With husband. He's still flirting with her. Don't stop for no one.
Yeah, you're still in there knowing there's something.
She said, talking is fine. It's what I do after some talking that I really shouldn't do. Yeah, and then...
Girls like that make me
what did you say to that?
I just put 3 crying emojis.
And then...
What did
then she said, "No halo over my head."
Oh.
So I put LMAO. She said, "Thanks for hiding who I was on the Insta story," because she saw the story. I said, "Pleasure is mine." She said, "Well, it would have been if you liked married women like me." I said, "Why can't you be loyal to your man?" And she said, "Because men like you with muscles like yours exist."
Oh, so, what a fucking... That's horrible. It's so demeaning to the other guy as well.
If you're going to be with someone, then be with them. If you're going to cheat on them, then don't be with them. Why would you...
Can you remember that chat we had in there about you feeling bad and all that? If you...
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that? Because
yeah, sure.
I'll be interested.
I can't remember who it was now.
So we were talking...
with the whole girl outside Rex. Nicola.
Yeah. Do you want some context?
Yeah, you context it. Yeah.
So me and Kay were talking in there. Kay's obviously now a single man. Ladies, Instagram in the description.
Ladies, married women.
Married woman.
So this lady comes up with a partner to Kay.
She wasn't with a partner at the time.
She has a boyfriend.
Oh, she has.
But he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Anyway, carry on, Kay.
Okay, so to put into context, me and this girl matched on Tinder. But
fuck my context.
sorry. But we matched on Tinder. She was anyway, attractive female.
You couldn't help yourself.
I couldn't help myself. So she said, "Oh my god, you don't remember me, do you?" I said, "Oh my god, it's you." Anyway, we got talking. Then her friends are dragging me out of the conversation, and then I realized the friends spoke Lithuanian or Russian and some shit, and then we became friends with them. And then, long story short, I found out that she has a boyfriend now. She was again very, very touchy-feely at that stage, and this is in public. And she was adamant that she didn't want to leave, and she wanted to pursue things. So I couldn't. I always thought that if a girl was doing that, then I'll still do it. Not do it, but I'd still. Anyway.
What was it? So your reasoning?
My reasoning would have been that she's a hoe anyway. She's a hoe anyway. She's a hoe anyway. She's a slut, so she's gonna cheat on him regardless. And whether it's with me or someone else, it's probably gonna happen. It doesn't change her morals because she's. So you'd happily take the vagina bullet, knowing she's with a man who might be heartbroken. Yeah,
she's gonna do it anyway.
She was gonna do it anyway. Now, if let's just say somebody messaged me from let's just say there was an Instagram conversation going on, and a girl with a boyfriend was messaging me in a way that she shouldn't message, I would probably message the boyfriend and say, "Hey, bro, this is what's up. I feel like you should know this." Okay. At the time when with the Nicola story, I didn't pursue it. I said, go home to your boyfriend. What the fuck are you doing talking to me? Because I genuinely felt bad for him, but no, I didn't think I would. But this is where Jay backed, because Jay backed you up, but I was this end. I wasn't playing devil's advocate in this situation, so I was like, that's just bang out of order to the bloke. But then you said something that if you would have done it, you would have done it. Wasn't that right? So yeah, you. But I've got no loyalty to the guy. If he was somebody in a circle, then fine. But I don't know if he's a dick. I don't know if he's cheating on her. I don't know the story. All I know is that she's been a hoe and she is attractive, and I am. But you didn't actually do it, which is at the end of the day. So yeah, in that situation again, would you do it? You don't. Who knows? You're saying you would. Yeah, it's a fight or flight situation, isn't it? You didn't. So anyway, I'm against it.
It is horrible. It is a horrible thing, and I'm against it. I'm against it, but
there was another girl in the nightclub last night at Revs. Again, a very attractive female, but she has a boyfriend. This boyfriend is somebody I was friends with back in college. Still friends. I quite like him. And you fucked this girl. I didn't fuck. No, I didn't.
Is there a thing? Is it banter. If you're going after another person, a girl who's got a partner,
Why did you say it like that? Let's restructure that sentence altogether.
I'm saying that if you're pursuing a girl, I'm not saying you are. Okay. I'm saying if you, this is all like very like retrospectively. If you were pursuing a girl and you did it, you went after her. Is there something there that would be like? Is the kink there the fact that like you're better than like the other man? Like
not
she's
so,
like,
no.
I want you more than this other man. Because that other lady said to you, oh yeah, but you know, how can I be like this for my husband when men like you exist with muscles?
Well, no, that doesn't turn me on because
is that like because I've imagined some men would be like, yeah, I am better than every other man. Your man is nothing compared to me.
That's not like a power trip for me at all. I think for me, it's literally just, oh look, she's hot. But noise. But yeah, with this one, she was. So I'm still listening to this Law of Human Nature book, which is 20 or 36 hours long or something. So I'm taking my time going through it, and it's all about. It's now at the stage of body language and how this guy was paralyzed and he wasn't able to move, so he had to be stuck to bed for ages, to the wheelchair. So he used his 2 or 3 years of rehab to observe people and read their body language. So he lived with 3 sisters, and he noticed that when sisters were saying yes or saying positive things, their eyebrows wouldn't smile and wouldn't mean it. So he started to break down body language. Anyway, this girl, she was saying, we're still together, we went traveling, blah, this and that. So she was engaging in a conversation. Yeah. She was making her boyfriend sound nice. But while she was doing that, there was a lot of like this, there's a whole load of Kino.
Said that for a while.
And it wasn't even like, wait, is she being flirty or not? There's definitely like you're touching way too much. Dude. Yeah.
So with her words, she's saying those things about her boyfriend. Her actions are suggesting something else.
Or even like saying bye, like instead of saying like, oh bye, like this, there'll be like brushing past your child's cheeks. Like,
okay, so
borderline.
New topic for a separate video. That's why I'm trying to break up so we can cut this up.
Interesting.
All right, because I feel like we're just going to go on with this. So what? Fuck it. Why not? We have been here for 2 weeks.
No.
How much body Kino? So how much Kino is too much? Because then we have different personality types. We have some people that are very touchy-feely, and for example, if they're a single person, you might think, oh, they like me, when they're not. They're just friendly.
So there's a lot of flirty. That book breaks down cultures into it as well. So say if you're, I don't know, from Western culture, or let's just say American, you're very expressive, or let's just say if you're Indian, for example, you'll be very reserved and just have spatial awareness and all that sort of stuff. Because then, like from where I come from, you would, let's just say, you're the guy and you're the lady. We would sit in this order because you wouldn't have a lady in between because you stay away from the man's lady. Just how but like you make the extra effort to speak to, which is kind of disrespectful to the man. That's hot. This will kind of be disrespectful to the lady, but you would address the guy more often than you would address the girl to make sure that the guy knows that you're not hitting on his girl.
So you say cultures though, but I'm talking that, let's say you have 5 people from England. Let's just keep it as simple as possible.
Cool.
And you do have different personality types, don't you?
Yeah.
So for someone that is too touchy, how do you then not overthink things? Because I remember when I was single and I had you talking to me here, trying to give me some advice. I read into every single touch.
Did you?
And just assumed that as soon as there was contact made, that there was some level of a
indicator of interest.
Of interest, and I still kind of believe it because I mean you wouldn't go up to and touch anyone.
If they're a hobo, you wouldn't be like, oh my god, babe, hey.
But
then, for example, Karen's very touchy. Anything she says, oh hey.
So exactly.
Yeah.
Unless Karen just wants to bang everyone, do you, Karen? Comment below.
That's the thing. We don't know what Karen's true intentions are.
I mean, you
can hope that she doesn't want to do that.
That's what
because Castbox, we can't suggest that on Castbox.
Yeah.
Karen admitted from the start when I first met her here, when I was talking to her, she said she's quite textile.
Yeah. So it's Rosie. Rosie's very textile.
She has to touch and talk and
Rosie giggles a lot into you, like she's very she's in a cute, admirable sort of way.
So yeah, I think some of it's comfort with people.
Yeah,
I reckon some just people are genuinely like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes people who seek it more, like maybe a little bit more lonely, might actually touch you more in hope that you might have that same level of relationship back, and you might have a more comforting, touchy relationship, which is
how for yourselves then, because obviously you do it. I think you just do it naturally. Whereas if I've ever touched someone, it has been a conscious action because I'm aware. I have to think about doing it. Whereas I wouldn't naturally just be like ever, even with men, women. Touching's not for me. I don't really go in for a handshake unless someone else does. You know, I like my space.
Why do you do it?
Yeah, because you're touching.
You pretty much you'll touch most people when you first see them or when you leave.
Well, boys, I think it's I do that a lot with everyone. I was just going to compare it to Tom Hunt. You know, like if you're having a laugh with one of your boys or something, you would like naturally giggle into that and just be like, and
if you're going to fucking nosh me off.
But like, so there's that. But it depends who you're with, doesn't it? I don't think about when I
don't think I've ever touched you two. Can you ever recall me?
I think I touch you sometimes, but it's normally a bit gay.
I mean, if it's obviously like...
I'm more conscious about touching you two. I think everyone else feels completely natural apart from you two.
Yeah, but because
we made such a thing about it. Any like exactly. See,
golden burn.
Yeah.
But we do it more from a joke. If we're coming away from us,
it's a joke, but sometimes I think, is it a joke?
But then that's where you overthink.
So I'm like,
it's good. Yeah, that's the thing about it.
Since someone introduced that in our lives, your client. I've been like, even though we don't joke about it, yet still. Every now and then, I'll get like a hand on the shoulder from, or I'll get led into a room first. Even though we joke about it, I'm like, are you still doing it deep down? Like, is it still like even though we joke about it and we know it exists as something but it still happens from time to time.
Does it depend what mood you're in?
And I'm like, is that? Am I reading into it too much and thinking that maybe someone is still subtly trying to do it without?
I read into it when I'm with you, and sometimes with you, but like most of you. Because I feel like anything I do, you'll feel like it's an attack from me. So now I'm so conscious of it. I'm like, that's like that story about, I don't know, it's a famous story. I can't remember the two people's names, but this guy was so paranoid about his girlfriend, his wife cheating on him. He kept questioning her, and because he kept questioning her, it made her nervous and made her body language nervous. So he thought she was cheating on him, but she said no because he made her so nervous and paranoid. Yeah, so you making me so nervous and paranoid, Jason.
Well, funny enough, we've got onto this. 2 weeks ago, I think I said, next week, how much touch is too much? I swear that was...
yes, because we were talking about... Yeah, it was because I was training...
V.
This is a great
training one of my clients upstairs, and she brought a newcomer to the gym for the first time to experience the gym, enjoy the session and interact and have a good time. And Kamal comes upstairs and his main interaction here...
What happened to Kate?
Serious talk now.
You might have to back up a little bit.
Frankie's just been squeezed out. So she's on the row machine and she's just rowing away. And then Case comes to say goodbye. Does the whole, like we do the elbow goodbye thing. Then he touches her on her back and says, see you later. With like
let's just note if you're on Spotify or Apple, head over to YouTube right now and see how Jason
two hands grasped up the boobies.
And then shortly I will show you what happened.
Okay, but I was there.
So you're calling Jay a liar?
And it was
like Jason wasn't in the moment.
Here's the thing, I was in the moment, I was observing, I was there beside you.
Yeah.
And it must have been some kind of touch more based on what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because the lady afterwards questioned and was concerned as to what your intentions were with her. And she wondered, like, were you making a move on her? Because she felt as if the touch was...
Let me break this down.
She's a married man with
married man.
Jesus,
that's what
Jesus transgender. She's married to a man of which taught us at uni for a little bit psychology.
I had no idea. So I walk upstairs. I'm saying goodbye. Let's just say. So I'm leaving. I'm going to Subway. I'm going to get some food. I said bye to everyone downstairs. Touch the shit out of everyone downstairs.
Like a serial killer.
I think it's a dominance, isn't it? Like make sure he gets his
or affection. Dominant affection. Anyway, so I go upstairs. I say bye to everyone, and there's a new person. Now I didn't know how to take her. I see this old looking lady. She had grey hair. I didn't realize that she's younger. She's what, 40, 50, 60.
Fucking hell, wow.
How old is she? How old is she?
You perved on her, and then you insulted her.
How old is she? Let's
she's like, same, I think she's a couple of years older than V, so I think she's like mid to late 30s.
Okay, so mid to late 30s. She looks from behind, because she had grey hair out of choice, because she's into that sort of stuff. She looked old, so I thought, a tender old lady. I didn't know how to say bye to her. I didn't want to stop her in her
Lock
tracks.
your hands away, Kate.
I didn't want to knock her off the rowing machine because she was rowing, and I didn't want to just say bye so she gets shot.
Okay.
So I was like, see you later. And that's literally.
So hands close together.
It was like let me literally do it.
All right.
Ready?
It was slightly low.
So because now
as she was rowing,
the height of the
midsection,
middle back
or
middle
because
she was rowing, so she would have rowed into his grasp.
Ooh, safety.
I made sure that my fingers were perpendicular.
Did you have any fingers come round?
No. I made sure because then that's when it gets a bit weird. I made sure it was just palms. Now I left the situation, and then Jason's like, I can't believe it. He always does anyway. I could be I could be donating money to charity, and he'll be like, I can't believe you chose that charity. You pervert. Like that's the kind of relationship we have. Anyway,
I would.
It's the kind of relationship we have.
Where Kate donates to charity, and I sit there beside him.
and you hate charity so much.
I hate charity so much that I don't do anything good for the world.
Anyway, the point being is that I'm obviously not gonna. I'm obviously not gonna. First of all, I'm not going to start flirting with anyone like in a professional environment. Number two, she was obviously not someone that I was going to flirt with. I'm not. Yeah, how do I say this in the nicest way possible? She looked like she was someone that I wouldn't.
She wasn't in your category of attractive female.
Yeah, attractive females. That's very well put.
Fucking hell! It's actually, I hope you don't listen to this.
Yeah,
she's gonna be.
I wasn't very well put. That was a joke.
Oh.
She's not an attractive.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's true.
I mean, considering what someone thinks of as attractive is subjective, and that's she's not your kind.
And I would have thought that from everyone that was watching the situation, which is now a situation, that it was obvious enough that this was obviously not going to be that.
The implications of your touch.
She hasn't returned since.
Really?
She hasn't returned.
Is
since.
it for that reason?
She hasn't been back. And
it was that her taste session. Was it her first session?
There was a little thing. It wasn't really. It wasn't even taste. She got invited by Vic to
come down.
Okay. She had no intentions of becoming.
For a second, I thought she paid you money to do PT, and now she left because of me touching her.
That's a year
she
of
was
concerned
and that's why she brought it up and wanted to question.
I can't believe that she was concerned about it.
But you said it yourself at the start of this. That is very culturistic. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So by rights, don't you have to then, before any touch is done, you have to see
the husband or
you just have you have to get a guess of the room type thing. If you go behind it, you can't see it.
If I had to be behind Frankie and like when you two were chatting, why would I then be allowed to be touched while you guys were wearing?
It just
but it was a lapse of judgment.
It just happened. I mean, you were in a gym, you said bye to people. Obviously, wasn't trying it on a lady.
Oh no, I think it's pretty obvious.
It was. I think some people.
As long as we're fine with that.
No, it's just more.
Some people do. It's more humorous. Just another one off the books for Jay.
But you do touch everyone, and you've then I think you do have to think that. Is that person overthinking it just as much as we overthink a touch? Because we're not the only three people in the
by asking if
probably doesn't get touched in that way.
She has
well, I mean, from other people, probably that doesn't get touched on that people.
Probably no people go up to her.
I mean, like at Fortitude, we're very open and we're
No.
We are an open place.
But what does she do? Is she a
she's
teacher as well?
Pilates. She's quite open as well. She's very
that's weird.
She's very hippie like.
You're the weird.
Yeah, what's your problem, man?
I don't know. I think that maybe there's been. I don't know.
Maybe she just didn't see it coming, and it was a bit of a. Because it was from behind. It was
it's from
up behind her.
Yeah, because you come up behind her.
There was a mirror, so you could see me in the way.
I think it's considered you went well beyond your way, out your way to perform the task, as opposed to saying goodbye by the stairs. You ran over, and because it's her first time.
Yeah. I can see what he was doing though. Yeah. I can see that you were because you get in that rush with. Like that, and you run over. And I know what you mean.
There was no ill intention there. It's just how she.
It's just one of those stories to tell your kids about. Tell your kids about.
Yeah, there you go. So touch.
How much touch is too much touch? Comment below.
Where did we want to get to with the loyalty talk?
We do need to stop because we're red here and we're low on here.
Oh no, so we didn't brush it up because we can't explain. You can't ask. You mentioned.
We can come back to
it.
We can just record.
Do you want to?
No, this is your bit, man. You said you want to talk about it.
I just want to tell. Just if you are in a relationship don't be out there texting other boys
Life advice.
or girls. Just don't do it. You're a scumbag if you do.
Oh, we know he's irresistible.
But if you're an attractive female,
If you're
you may or
attractive,
may
yeah.
not still go ahead with
It's
the
a
act.
fight or flight situation. I will still tell your boyfriend.
Yeah, but after smashing.
After
You send the boyfriend a video going like, "This is your girl, bro."
that's horrible. That's horrible. Don't never do that.
That's what he's gonna do. So if you want your boyfriend to have that,
You go ahead and
that's on you. That'd be a you problem.
All right, let's switch over. You're gonna have to press red on there, and we're gonna have to swap the batteries over here.
Are we phasing out now anyway?
What do you want to do? Is there anything else to talk about? Should we phase out quickly then?
It's been 3 time sessions, so it's going to be like over an hour anyway.
Come on then.
So
let's phase out.
quickly phase out.
Yeah.
Right, that's been the Fortitude Podcast. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Before we wrap it up, before we wrap it up, buy a Fortitude Fitco T-shirt for $19.99. Is it?
Yeah.
No one's repping. You see. Should I just After Effects it on the entire episode?
All
that work. It's a good shirt. We need to sell them. We need to make some money. I mean, we've got people to make a living for. You know, I've got kids back home, man. Got kids
for us.
I got kids.
Frankie's got kids.
Anyway,
and if you are a listener who has yet to announce yourself as a listener or viewer, let us know. We want to meet you.
Oh, to be fair, we do need to know.
Because when I was out last night, there was 2 people that said about the Fortitude Podcast. And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe,
And don't forget the other bit. The guy who went, "Oh, your life will come up."
Oh yeah, dude, there was this big,
from your Fortitude Podcast.
There was this big guy big white guy standing next to a big black guy. So it was very interesting. And they're both staring me out. So I'm thinking, this is either going to be a fight, but they're smiling, so I don't get what are you smiling at? Anyway, so he comes over and he says, "Oh, life Kamal." I said, "Oh yeah, cool, man. Like, what's your name?" And he said, "Oh, don't worry about it, mate. I'll tell you in the morning. I'll follow you in the morning." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then he just walks off.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So they do listen to the podcast or not?
Oh, that guy's just an Instagram guy.
I think it's just an Instagram stalker who doesn't quite follow you.
We need to go out soon, just to get a vibe for who knows who in Ipswich, to see if we're out.
That'd be hilarious because we already know what the outcome's going to be.
Yeah.
I don't really get any.
I don't get any.
And then Kay gets a lot.
Yeah, so at least you'd have me.
I only get some when I get the occasional, if they come to speak to Kay and they do kind of know who I am a little bit, and they go, "Oh, you guys are doing good," and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I've had
Jay owns it too.
You have had
I've had a couple of like one-off.
Especially from your school.
Oh, of course, from my school, mate. They're my school peers. They're gonna know me.
Mate, you
mate.
You downgraded our friendship.
You took my moment there where I went, I've had a couple, and then you went, yeah, especially when they're from your school, and they're like,
you've had loads from your school as well.
Yeah, your old school friends know who you are. Of course they do.
All right, let's wrap it up because we ain't got long. Sorry, lads. Sorry, we're out of battery. To my left.
If you go to my school, you already know.
To my right. To my right.
It's Kamal Mamila.
And me, Frankie Lows. Jay, what's your Instagram? Kay, what's your Instagram?
Life of Kamal.
Me, the real Frankie Lows on both profiles. Anyway, peace out, Kay. Bye.
Jay.
Oh, we had enough time for Jay to finish his bit.
No, of course we did.
You jam in now if you want.
That's alright.
1 hour and 20.
They weren't just my school friends, but like, you recognise.
Well, that's what I know, as well as your school friends.
That took my moment there.
Bro,
I go to you, you're like, oh yeah, some people who saw me like.
How did that take a moment? If anything, I added to your moment.
What, by saying my school friends recognise?
No, as in other people.
You missed that
I said
whole bit.
other
I wasn't
people.
listening, I was focused.
I said other people and especially your school friends.
So, because we talk about Kay's getting spotted.
So you have
out in
these
public.
people plus
And
their
then-
school friends.
And then I went, but that's like, well, of course my school friends are going to know.
Yeah,
who
but
you went to
we're talking
school
about you
with.
doing well, like
But,
doing
like,
well.
But I
That's
went,
what. That's
I've
that's,
had a couple
that's,
of people say like spot me from Instagram and stuff, and then Kay went, yeah, especially your school friends.
Okay, that makes sense. That's
Like,
funny.
okay, so now the only people who've noticed me on a night out were my school friends. And now it's in there, and you've done.
Oh, you're
it.
from my school.
And that's it. So that's my recognition. That's all I get.
Please keep
and
it
you
so.
got the.
I
You
can.
got the why would you do that to me?
No, I meant like other people and the school friends seeing you do.
That's what you meant and what you portrayed.